Welcome to the Immortal Recaps. Today we are going to talking about the Great Wall movie. According to the introductory paragraph, the Great Wall of China is one of humanity's most lasting wonders. It stretches across about 5,500 kilometers and took over 1,700 years to construct. It has kept the city safe from a variety of threats, some of which are well known and others that are mythical. This is the account of one of those legends. The movie begins with Khitan outlaws riding through the desert. William Guerin, Matt Damon, and Puro Tovar, Pedro Pascal, two European mercenaries, hide up in a cave with three other men. The men are on their way to find black powder. A beast attacks the men in the cave. William kills the creature and severs its hand in order to locate someone who can identify it. When William and Tovar ride up to the Great Wall, they are met with a hail of arrows from Chinese warriors of the Nameless Order. The guys take them prisoner and show them the monster's arm. The soldiers are shocked. General Lin, Jing Tian, General Shao, Zhang Hanyu, and strategist Wang, Andy Lau, interrogate the men about their encounter with the monster. When Lin inquires as to their purpose for being there, William lies and claims they came to trade but were ambushed. The troops are alerted to the presence of more animals approaching the wall. The generals rally their troops and march to the top of the wall, where both William and Tovar remain imprisoned. Hundreds of monsters charge at the wall, leading the troops to launch an attack. Lin and her warriors are suspended from cables and descend to fight the creatures. As they begin scaling the wall, the other troops fire burning boulders and arrows in their way. One monster reaches the top and begins tearing through the troops. William and Tovar are liberated and join the fight. They kill the monster with a spear as the rest of the horde flees. The troops appreciate William and Tovar and enable them to stay as guests rather than captives. They encounter Ballard, another European who went in pursuit of black powder but was captured as well. Ballard is aware that the men are all in China for the same cause. The Nameless Order honors the guys with a feast. There, William discovers that Ballard taught Lin and the other troops English and Latin. To the satisfaction of everyone in the room, William demonstrates his archery talents to the soldiers. Lin shows William how she fights while hanging from the wire. She attempts to get William to try it, but he doesn't trust her enough to take the risk. Ballard devises a plan for himself, William, and Tovar to steal black powder and flee when the men are preoccupied in combat at night. William and Tovar discuss a magnetic stone William had on him when he fought the monster on the wall with Wang. Wang informs the guys about the legend of the Teoti monsters. 20 years ago, an emperor was overwhelmed by avarice, so the gods sent a meteor that smashed into a mountain and released the Teoti as retribution for mankind's greed. Moments afterwards, the soldiers are alerted to another disturbance near the wall. Teoti assault the soldiers once more. Shao is slain in the battle. With his dying breaths, he hands over command to Lin. The generals receive a scroll from Binliang, the capital, outlining how to resist the Teoti using magnetic stones. In order to test this method, William advises that they capture and sedate one of the creatures. In the middle of a dense fog, the troops prepare for another assault against the Teoti. During the battle, William assists Lin, and Tovar steps in to assist William. The army successfully catch multiple monsters by using arrows on chains, but William climbs down a chain to ensure that at least one of those creatures is not liberated by another. Lin uses black powder rockets on the Teoti, forcing several of the monsters to explode. William eventually passes out. Lin is sitting by William's side when he awakens from his wounds. She informs him that the Teoti they apprehended was successfully captured. Lin inquires about the outside world and remarks that men's avarice is similar to that of the Teoti. As the imprisoned creature thrashes around, the soldiers keep guard. Wang hangs a rod with magnetic stones attached to it near the monster's face. It flees when it sees the stones. According to one lieutenant, they must bring the beast to the emperor. William rushes to Tovar's chamber to thank him for his assistance. Tovar, on the other hand, believes William has abandoned him and their purpose in order to become a Chinese hero. He informs William that he will just be a liar. In rage, William thrusts a knife into Tovar's throat. Teoti movement is detected near the wall's base. The troops go down to investigate and find a massive hole that the monsters dug to get in. Meanwhile, Tovar and Ballard discover buried black powder beneath the walls. While the troops are distracted, the two use some of the powder for dynamite to blow open the door to the chamber where the majority of the powder is stored. When William hears the explosion, he discovers Tovar and Ballard stealing resources. William claims he was a fool to pursue his initial mission, but Tovar persuades him to do so. When that fails, Ballard knocks William out and they flee. Fearing that nothing can stop the Teoti and knowing that they only have a little time before a large-scale invasion, the troops proceed to Binliang, the capital city. The emperor, Wang Junkai, is shown the imprisoned Teoti. Lin discovers a captured William and discovers his true intentions. She is enraged and threatens to murder him herself. Peng Yang, Lu Han, a teenage soldier, defends William and informs them that Tovar and Ballard stole the powder. Lin orders William to be imprisoned while she and her warriors pursue the other two. Tovar and Ballard are riding their horses into the desert. When he sees danger approaching, Ballard abandons Tovar. Tovar is apprehended by Chinese soldiers, while Ballard is apprehended at night by Khitan bandits. They inadvertently ignite his powder, blowing themselves and Ballard up. The army employ hot air balloons to combat the Teoti over the city, but the balloons catch fire and several of the men fall to their deaths. Wang lets William out of his cell and informs him that the new goal is to murder the Teoti queen. William and Wang are preparing to board a balloon when Peng Yang approaches and asks to join them. The emperor takes control of the beast by removing the magnetic stone near the Teoti, but this allows it to awaken and bring the other monsters to its place. As the Teoti wreak devastation, every army is flying high above the city. They erupt from buildings as troops fly above retaliating. The majority of the city is in flames and ruins. As the monsters try to approach the queen, the army fire arrows and more rockets at them. Lin is apprehended by William, Wang, and Peng as they notice the queen being encircled by hundreds of Teoti who are protecting her. The heroes arrive at the emperor's palace and approach him. Wang proposes that they locate the captured monster and use it to assassinate the queen. The emperor informs them that the beast is imprisoned in the dungeon. The army douse the creature in explosives and feed it meat to present to the queen. While the rest of the monsters are above ground, they go along a subterranean canal. Teoti will crawl over them and try to snag them from above. Peng repels the monsters but is injured in the process. He hangs behind as the others move on. Several monsters rush in and attack Peng. He ignites some black powder, causing himself and the beasts to explode. William, Lin, and Wang rush into a tower in order to free the captive Teoti. They repel it with stones, and it rejoins the creatures. The three climb the tower in order to attack the queen. They obtain a good shot from the tower and fire rockets at the queen, but she is covered by bigger monsters with scales that deflect the rockets. As the creatures assault the tower and begin to strike, Wang is at the bottom. Wang kills Lin by throwing a stone at him. Before Lin launches the rocket, William throws the stone into the path of the queen. The missile bursts, obliterating the queen and killing the rest of the Teoti. Lin is promoted to regional general upon their return home. William is to be rewarded with a large amount of black powder, but he instead chooses to have Tovar released so that they can return to Europe. William and Tovar reunite, and after saying their goodbyes to Lin, they return home, accompanied by a cavalry for protection. Thank you for staying with us. Remember to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode.